So I played Gossip, one of the popular kids, and I had a pretty good game. I loved talking with Dylan's character Nimbus on the phone a lot. He would always call me and be like, "Don't trust blah blah blah, go to blah blah blah," and I'd be like, "Why?" And he'd just be like, "Listen, goddammit," and I would do whatever he said. It was fun. And I think I have a favorite quote from Griffin Johnson. I was in the martial arts class, and Dylan was like, Nimbus was like, "Come to hospice," blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. I have to go, and I was in the middle of a sparring thing, and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And Griffin Johnson was like, okay, but you know what you have to do while you're fighting in real life? You pee your pants. And that was my favorite quote.
I was Echo, and I forged hall passes for people and stuff. I was part of the group that was supposed to kill Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
So I was Josh's puppet, and I had a really, really good time just being like led around and not really having a say in anything. But there was this really like one great scene where Jack just died and everyone's screaming, and I'm just sitting in the corner and everyone's crying. And everyone's like, what do we do? What do we do? And I just scream at the top of my lungs, you all are disgusting animals! And then it gets, like, completely quiet. And then the doctor comes over, like, puts my head to one side and, like, presses, like, the reset button. And then I go back up, and then he walks back over. And it was really great.
Okay, so I don't even know how to pronounce my name. So, Amygdala, that's it, okay. So anyway, I was walking along to my second class, and Skylar and Sean come up to me, and I think they're going to beat me up, but apparently they weren't. But still, I said, well, I had the power that if you say something and you say, I'm being honest, then everyone believes you. So I was like, I'm going to bash your skulls in if you take one more step. And by the way, I'm being honest. It was so great. No. And then they just backed away, but they didn't... I heard later that they didn't understand, so... Okay.
I did. Lizzie.
No, I'm going to the end because I have a longer story.
Okay.
I was Adrian. I had a great time. I don't even know what story I want to tell. It might have been... I really enjoyed, in the beginning, being in, Snow's office, and it was just fun being the one that both sides wanted to kill or keep safe or what have you. Alright.
I'm not gonna go. No way.
Alright, so I just want to say one thing. That, Lizzie, you were so lucky that Ben Braveman was your brother in game. Because I was basically his bodyguard. So when when she was chained up, Ben got pissed. And he was like, go in there and pick lock those chains. And I was like, but the guy with the baseball bat's there. Then Matt went away, and then I did that, and we freed Lizzie. That was really important for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was Connery. It's one of the doctor's children. I could turn invisible. That was awesome. It was about, if not more, satisfying than being in my ghillie suit. It was fabulous. It was like being in my ghillie suit, but without the smell, like Greg can't. It was fabulous because I have to give props to all of you guys. You really acted like I wasn't there, and I think sometimes you forgot that I was there, and you were just so in character that I was invisible. And it was fantastic. There were a couple scenes where I was outside the doctor's house, and I was supposed to keep people away. So, and, yes, you fabulous actor, I walked up to him, and I pulled off my skirt, and I was like, God, and I yelled at him, I was like, get away. And he actually jumped. It was fantastic. He really had fear in his eyes. It was fantastic. Wonderful. Props to Sophie and Ruby. You guys are fantastic. Hooray. I almost called you Emma. Sorry.
I was Dime. I was essentially a 70-year-old, 12-year-old because I didn't age when I stopped aging at 12 during the Holocaust. I don't really have a particular story other than watching my brother character, Nickel, get sent away from class for bad-mouthing the teacher with, what was it, spiders attacking him because of Brennan. That was fun to watch. You can go.
I was Marble, and I could turn into a floating, talking marble. In the beginning game, I had a lot of fun messing with the DS because I was really annoying and I was kind of bored at the beginning game. But my favorite part was freeing Adrian, and then I wasn't part of the whole plot to kill him, so I had no idea like why I should kill him because he's cool. And so running back, and I see Kiara, and she's like a DS walking by. And I'm like, since we made such a commotion running out of the principal's office, she's probably coming back to go get Adrian. And I'm like, okay. And Eli's like, who was with us, he was like, okay, Marble, can you slow them down? I'm like, sure. And to me, that means beat the shit out of her. And so I'm in Marble form floating, and I like start talking to her, and she's like, do you know who's in that group up there? And I was like, I don't know, some people. And she asked all these suspicious questions, so I go out of Marble form and start beating shit out. And I'm like, boom! 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 And she was crazy for the rest of the game, kind of. Yay!
I was hot stuff, the hottest thing in the school. It's me. And my favorite part was also saving Adrian because we were waiting outside the doctor's office for a while. Even though I wasn't invisible, but they were, and it's kind of weird and hard. But in the end, we took him and we were running, and then, yeah, it was pretty cool.
I was one of the fresh meat, but somehow I turned out chilling with the popular kids. I really don't know how. But basically, I was with Marble and Hot Stuff most of the game, and yeah, we were outside of the doctor's office a lot, like being invisible and stealthy and everything. And then, yeah, we ran in and saved like 2 or 3 people. It was kind of fun. And then like we took them all out, and then the rest of the game we were just like running back from hospice and back to the doctor's office and being like chased by Valentine's character and all that. It was fun.
You go first.
Okay. So I was Adam. I was a techie, and I was a member of the crazy conspiracy with no name. My power was basically to make unobtainium. I made ridiculous devices that made no sense. My power was to meld with machines, so I could make a teleporter made of cell phones and duct tape work. And a DS. And an Optimus Prime mask from like the 80s.
And a little Star Wars robot.
You will not get the cube. Anyway, so the cell phones were really awesome. Were a really awesome way to do it, especially because I had everyone's name programmed into my phone as their in-game names. I was like, oh shit, Ketzel is calling me. What's going on? Time. Okay.
I was like Leech. I was techie.